Bob, moving along now, we've turned 65, but we've delayed we've put off getting Part B of Medicare. Is there a penalty? How do I get it now if I do need it? Who do I talk to? What's going to happen?
We do have a lot of individuals who do waive Medicare Part B because of the $105 premium. We've also had a lot of individuals not sign up for Part A because they've not realized that it's free and it could be a benefit to them. So either scenario and so forth, as long as you're covered under a group health insurance plan based on either your spouse's or your insurance, you have a special election period into Medicare Part B. So one of the things we try to do is help people with that process. You have options. You can actually call Social Security.
Oh, I can't imagine that would be a happy scenario, would it? I mean, don't you sort of sit on hold for an hour or more sometimes?
A lot of times we do. There's long holds and so forth. Then when you do get to them, they're basically going to have to send you out a form that you're going to have to take to your employer, a part of it, and a part of it you're going to fill out. Okay. A lot of times we find those don't get filled out correctly. Right. So what we have done is we have those forms in our office. We usually have people just come in, and we'll get them the forms that they will take to their employer, and then the part that they'll fill out, we'll help them fill out. Okay. We then will take those, once you get them back to us, we'll fax them into the Social Security office in Ogden, and then we also send them a hard copy as well, so they have both on file. It usually then takes about 3 weeks to get you into the Medicare system to where you show up, and then you can choose your Medicare plans, either original Medicare, a Medicare Part D drug plan, and a supplement type insurance policy, or another option is to use a private insurance carrier that becomes Medicare for you, called a Medicare Advantage plan. Okay. And so then we'll just kind of give you your options and show your options and so forth. But we think we've made it a lot easier for people to just be able to come in and use us, and we'll help and get it done right.
Well, it certainly sounds like it. I mean, because it sounds confusing to me, and I can only imagine that it does to everybody else. So just being able to come in, sit down, make an appointment with you guys, and have you sort of handle everything sounds brilliant. Correct. Does it cost anybody anything to come and see you for these things? It
really doesn't. We just that's a service we provide. We don't get paid for that service, but we find that when we do those types of things for our clientele and so forth, they appreciate it, and they become our long lifetime clients in the future as we help them with their Medicare situation. How we normally get paid is if they purchase a Medicare supplement type policy or Medigap plan, or a Medicare Advantage plan through an insurance carrier. As they choose their options into Medicare, we then get paid by the insurance carriers, but there's no extra fee. They're not going to be charged extra by the insurance company to use an agent. Sometimes we're still finding people out there thinking, oh, it's going to cost me more money if I use an agent. It really does not.
Well, and that's something that you really need to stress, because people do think if I go in and sit in somebody's fancy office and spend an hour or more talking to them, it's bound to cost me money. But it doesn't.
That's correct. It doesn't.
So that's a huge thing to bear in mind. And then they can bring all this stuff and let you look through it and deal with the telephone calls and everything else. That's just a great option.
A lot of times we'll have people bring the stack of mail that they get from all the different people who wanting to show you their different options. United Healthcare sends out an awful lot, Humana, Select Health, all of those types of plans we offer here. We are a broker for them, right. And so we have all the options available and so forth, but you'll get a ton of information that you won't understand. Right. You'll also get a lot of agents from Salt Lake and the various areas trying to get you to contact, and so they can drive up and help you and so forth, but we find it's just so much easier when we're here locally.
So being local, I have a question one morning, I call you up, I can probably be in by lunchtime, you can have explained it to me, and I can just move on with my day, and indeed my life, because this is very stressful for people, isn't it?
It really is. We'll also, once a year, try to contact by letter, maybe sometimes twice a year. If you have questions on there's an annual open enrollment period that we go through with everyone. We'll try to at least contact you one way. We do some group meetings. We do a lot of different things, because during this open enrollment season that's now taking place for both the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, and also Medicare, they kind of coincide the same time. So we get very, very busy, and so we're trying to do it more efficiently and trying to do that. So we really encourage people to come to those seminars that we can go through any plan changes or anything that's happening and so forth. So.
Okay, well, that's a great option too. So when you're faced on your kitchen table with a stack of brochures and letters and goodness knows what from everybody, and you're not sure what to do, come on down here to LSS Insurance and see Bob, and I know that they would just love to help you, wouldn't you?
We would, yeah. It's a great thing. I really enjoy working with the senior population as well, because they are. It is a confusing thing. It's not something that if you don't deal with it every day, people just don't understand it.
Right. And there's no need to sit at home and be confused when you can come here and let Bob take care of it for you. So where are we at, Bob?
We're at 169 East, 1600 North in North Logan. It says LSS Insurance above the door in gold lettering. We're actually, if you came down 1600 East, is the road that is just, Walmart sits on that road as well. And so when you're driving down 1600 East, you would be on the northeast corner of the Walmart building. We're on the opposite side, the north side of the road. We're just right there.
You can't miss it. It says LSS above the door, and it's a great place to come in and be not confused for a change. Thanks, Bob.
Great.